Hello, everybody. Cedric Procedure here for CR Wrestling Commentary. We'll be giving our thoughts on AEW Dark, and this will be for June 7th, 2022. And keep in mind that, you can go ahead and leave your comments on anything that we say and whatnot. Hopefully, we'll say something that sparks that, or maybe just say, hey, you know what? They said the right things and we move on. Also, you can find us on Spreaker, where we'll also be uploading this, and sometimes it might just be Spreaker only, depending upon. I'm not sure, debating that with Cedar, to be honest with you. Let us know what you would like. It goes Spreaker is a lot more user-friendly than YouTube. Just keep that in mind. It's a lot more user-friendly. We're going to start off with Aaron Solo of the Factory versus the Murder Hawk Monster, or the Murder Bird, Lance Archer. You can thank YouTube for that one. All right, love that Danhausen. It's a good channel. I like it. If he turns heel, it's going to be a bad channel. That's just how I'm seeing it. Anyway, not too much to say on this one.
Last night I commented that you never see Aaron Solo wrestle solo, and then we're watching this, and first match he's wrestling solo, and I noticed he's got a win-loss record of 18 and was it 57?
Something like that. 18 and forever. But yeah, I think it was 18 and 57.
So he gets in the ring. I'm like, okay, who's he gonna wrestle? And the music starts. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, you can't tell from the opening of the music and the countdown. I was like, okay, I thought it was Alan Five Angels. I was like, but I didn't hear Join the Dark Order.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what's going on? And then Archer comes out before the music that you're used to hearing starts.
Yeah.
I'm like, something ain't matching. It's sort of like Aaron Solo in a tag match. It don't match.
And the music moves along, and you start to hear that everybody dies. Like, okay. Yeah, and then, of course, you see him, Murder Hawk. And Solo did something that you wouldn't normally see. He attacked Archer before he got into the ring. Granted, it didn't amount to very much, but he tried.
Yes. Archer got that. He grabbed him, he goozled him, and tried to chokeslam him on the apron, and he picked him up, and Solo was able to stand on the apron, I was like, dude is tall. So I was like, he didn't seem that tall. We'll see him in person, but dude is tall. And that didn't work out for what he swept the leg. He pulled, a Karate Kid, Johnny, he swept the leg. But after that, getting in the ring, Archer was on offense. Archer landed he got some running elbows in the corner, and Solo pulled the ref in the way, and she was like, why did the ref do that? Because I'm sure she was looking at her phone and glanced up.
It looked like the ref just jumped in the way, and I'm like, what the hell?
And so I had to explain. I'm like, no, running back elbows, and he was like, I was like, he's a heel. He pulled the ref in the way,
I had to be informed because I was confused.
And then he got on. Aaron Solo's offense was his ability to evade Archer, allowing Archer to beat himself up a little bit here and there. And Aaron tries to go on offense, coming from the top rope. Archer catches him. Some counters ensue. Aaron Solo fails at certain things. Can't get the roll up. Can't get much. Gets out of one blackout. Got a black hole slam.
Very
Archer
gentle.
got that. It was gentle.
It was very gentle.
He got a pounce. Archer got a pounce. It was a good pounce.
He got a choke slam.
And that was a good choke slam. You should have pinned him off the choke slam.
Mm-hmm.
You hear all the umph and stuff. So I don't know. I would save the choke slam because no one's really doing it in AEW. So save it, for a finisher on a bigger match.
I was expecting the Iron Claw.
That's what I was expecting. The everybody dies claw.
Yeah.
But then Archer eventually got blackout, from the corner this time instead of just free-handed doing it. And he got the 1, 2, 3, and enjoying himself, walking up the ramp. That he had it look like, I got to do something. You could see it on his face. I got to do something. So he grabbed the camera right there for the chorus of his music and shoves it away. They did a good fade away on that part, so that was good. So yeah, good opening match. There's Dark is better than Dynamite's today. We're gonna try to check out Dynamite, I guess, but
yeah,
so far, Dark in the past month is way better than Dynamite. So far, it's just better. You know, I'm sure we might see some hiccups here and there, but on Dynamite, wow. So, hey, let's keep going. We got probably 3 more matches maybe. So let's go. Okay, so next match, y'all. Look, love it. This is Steven Andrews versus Christopher Daniels. Steven Andrews, enhancement guy. Steven Andrews, new guy to us. I think I may have heard the name before on Dark, but both of these, Christopher Daniels, if he hasn't earned the moniker of perfection in wrestling by now in your minds, then hopefully you'll catch up. Hopefully you'll catch up. Steven Andrews, my first time really seeing him, and this guy he's good. He needs to chill a little bit. Just a little. He ain't fast and he's not overtly flashy or anything, which is great. But there was a spot in the corner that Daniels helped him with, but it didn't look like it, so that's good. When it was a contrived rope wall double bounce backflip into a Japanese armbar, arm drag, and it was too much.
It was too much for arm drag.
And it is just too much. Steven Andrews, he got a nice Tiger Wall flip in the corner on Daniels at one point, and I was like, it wasn't as good as Tiger Mask's original style of doing it, but it was still good. And Daniels STO'd him after that. But Steven Andrews on the onset in the beginning when he was introduced, he was already in the ring, so you know who's gonna win. But he did a freestanding backflip, and I'm like, didn't expect someone with that body build to do something like that. So okay, that's something.
Not an overly heady dude. He's got a little mush in the middle.
Got you mush. He all right.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. I like the ring gear. I like what he did in that ring. I just hope that he's not all, flash. You got to have some wrestling in there. Christopher Daniels, he hit a good Inzaghi, so I'm sure you like that one.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah.
Not a finishing type way he did it. You could tell. Daniels, he got all of his moves in, and he's just so flawless. Mm-hmm. He's so timeless, And then after the Sambo Slam, he puts him right where he needs to be. The guy doesn't have to inch over. He doesn't have to get himself into position. Daniels put him right where he wants to be. Marvelous. And then he points to the corner. The crowd is already, pumped. They know what they want to see. They can't wait to see it. And then the best moonsault ever. And he nails it flush, as Cedra has said.
He nailed it flush. He didn't slam his knees on the ring either.
Nope. Nice, smooth, 1, 2, 3. Both of these guys did well. I think there was no mistakes, slips, and stuff like that. Just nice. Now, I'm saying this because I want to give credit. I want to say, look, AEW ain't all botches and stupid stuff. There are people up there that are awesome. The thing is, if you never watch YouTube, you never know they exist. And that's the sad part. But that's also the good part. At least they're employed. They're making money. They can feed their family and whatnot. So I'm happy about that. And
they're available to be seen.
Yeah. Christopher Daniels, the crowd chanting SCU, doing what they need to do. Great stuff. Love it. I wish they would keep it up. It's good to see Christopher Daniels back in the ring. The teacher kept asking about his left eye, and I was like, oh yeah, the Young Bucks did that. They messed it up. And she's like, well, how long is it going to take to heal? I'm like, oh, that's permanent. And I could hear this anger in her silence. I could hear it, and I was thinking she might gonna say something when I
it Bucks just suck, man. That's all. It just suck, and it's fucked up that he's got a permanent injury because of it.
So he can see out of it. He's fine in that caliber. It's just gonna be nasty for the rest of his life. You know, we don't know what happens behind the scenes. They might be apologizing profusely or something. We don't know. They might send him a "we're sorry that we did this to you" card every single month or year. We don't know. We see is this.
I don't think so.
Young Bucks never carried themselves like they were decent
or caring people. About anything, just douches with hair.
So, you know, it's easy to believe that. They probably said, oh, well, you know what? It's wrestling. It happens, and move on. It's easy to think that they would say that, but we don't know. In truth, we don't know. So I'm not going to sit here and, you know, talk as if I know that they're just jackwads or they're just so kind and you know, begging for forgiveness. No, I don't know. So, you know, however Daniels want to handle it is how we will take it. That's how I see it.
I bet you a penny they're jackwads.
I don't know if I will win that or not. So, I'm being straight up with y'all. I'm being straight up. This is how I feel about it. We got some more action, so let's roll. All right, so our next match features Marina Shafir versus Sky Blue. And this is one of Sky Blue's better matches. Mm-hmm. It really is.
She tried.
Marina Shafir is someone that I really do think AEW screwed the pooch on when it comes to presenting her against Britt Baker, trying to put her on Dynamite so kind of long ago. For everyone else, I know everyone has their time frame is a little different. So for y'all, it's forever. It won't that long in my mind.
She wrestled Britt Baker?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of the pay-per-views or major events. It was one of them, and Britt pretty much housed her. I mean, Marina didn't get much, if any, offense on the whole time. No, it won't Britt. It was my bad, y'all. That was
Jade.
Yeah, Jade Cargo.
I was confused.
My bad.
Yeah, she didn't get any. She didn't show up for that match.
Shafir really would have won that match if they just let that shit go the way it should have went. She would have won. I'm just saying, because it's all about how you present yourself, to how you wrestle, what the fans expect, and then when they see you not do any of that in the ring against your opponent, and your opponent isn't doing anything to really shut that down, it exposes bad booking.
And Marina is the type of wrestler that when she puts a move on, she lays it in.
It doesn't.
She hits you with authority. She hits you with impact. She's not just trying to lay a foot up against your skin for you to fall out like you got hit with the mother load. No, she hit you with the mother load.
Yep, and Sky Blue approached this match as if that's what she's wrestling, and she did a great job. She attacked her at the onset, and she threw Shafir into the railing a few times, landed a couple of foot jabs in the ring. Marina, she caught Sky Blue when she tried that Frankensteiner off the apron, caught her upside down and slammed her head repeatedly into the railing and did a really good job until, sadly to say, she dropped Sky Blue on her head. That looked bad.
Yeah.
That looked bad.
It was weird.
Yeah. It looked weird, but it looked bad. And at the same time, it looked like Marina started to give out on energy.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. And I'll be honest with you, I can't really blame Shafir on that, because when you do that move, when you are the defender, you are the one that you need to have core strength.
Yeah.
And you got to keep your body elevated and your head tucked and keep your arms, in the position, like crouching.
Yeah, because right there at the end, she kind of unfolded.
Yeah, she kind of, like Kevin Nash and Big Show. Big Show sandbagged him, Nash got him up for the powerbomb, and Big Show's like, I'm just going to just go limp. And Nash had to drop him on his head. It was sort of like that. Maybe her core gave out. Maybe she hit the railing and got a little loopy. It could be so many things. We'll never know. But I can't blame Shafir so much on this, because she can't see her down there. All the hair in the way and stuff. She couldn't see her. Sky needed to keep herself tucked at all times. And, I'm not trying to be a fanboy for Shafir. I'm just being logical. I'm just being logical. But still, once they got in the ring, it's the heat never died down. They went back and forth. Sky Blue was showing different skills. They wrestled.
Yeah.
It was a solid, good match. It was a struggle. A struggle in wrestling today. Think about that.
It's supposed to appear to be a struggle.
Yeah, a contest. That's why on CR Fire Pro, I'm like, I'll say something like, the next contest or something like that. It's not play. It's not that. So these women, they went at it in the ring. They fought. It was back and forth. And then Marina started taking control. She finally got it after a bridge off the rope, the mat from a pin. There was that bridge into the backslide attempt, and they both struggled and fought over that. That looked really good, because if it looks smooth and it just do-si-do around, then it's kind of like, oh, it's so planned. It didn't look like that.
No, it didn't.
They had to slip out of each other's grip. They had to reconfigure a grip. It looked right.
Blue Sky was fighting.
And it was
Sky Blue was fighting. Sky Blue.
Yeah, fighting. And then until Shafir got the double chicken wing, not submission, just the hold, and hit that headbutt
right between right between the shoulder blades.
And it looked like, and as Cedra has said, Sky Blue, like she wanted to wilt.
Yeah, she did.
And then she transitioned that, threw her over, and then she put on the I don't know what her finishing submission hold is. I like it.
Excalibur said the name, but it sounded like Brie. I don't think she named it Cheese. It's
probably
like something else.
It sounded like Greed or Preen, or I don't know. It's just
the long E. That's all we got.
Yeah, it's like she calls that
yeah.
Like okay.
That's all she said. He said Brie, but I don't. Like I said,
speak a little better, Mr. Mind in the Mask.
I don't think she's gonna name that finisher hold after Cheese.
But I like it. Shafir gets the tap out victory. It was really nice. I love Marina Shafir, and I really wish that people would just come up to her level instead of her having to dumb herself down to others.
Yeah.
Because she can put the combat in wrestling. And if I ain't gonna lie, if BCC is looking for a female to add, she would be it.
Yeah.
But something tells me they'll never switch over and say, hey, let's get some women in this and represent them on the shows. Something tells me that. Something just tells me. But yeah, Shafir, she wins. Sky Blue, great showing, great outing. Loved her in this match. I wish she would perform at this level all the time. This should be her minimum. Sky Blue is awesome. And I get to honestly say I'm glad to see her grow in AEW and see how she goes from enhancement wrestler to, how can I say, almost main event enhancement wrestler soon. Because she gets wins depending upon. So
she's getting there.
Yeah, she's getting there. And she's a talent that they should not ignore. They really shouldn't ignore. So we got some more action, so we're gonna get to that. So let's roll. All right, next match we've got Serpentico versus Ortiz. Good match, to be honest with you. Highly entertaining. I like Serpentico. At first, I've been hating on him, privately. I'm like, dude. I just have not liked Serpentico. Only in the past 3 matches where I'm like,
It seems like he performs better when he's alone.
Yeah, with Luther there, it's like I see a bunch of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Luther, he knows his shit. Ortiz had a good time in the ring this time with Serpentico. I've seen him go against Serpentico before, and it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. A lot of sloppy mistakes. Luther hollering and stuff on the outside, but then this time, Serpentico, I don't know what happened. Luther ain't been around, and Serpentico looks better.
Yeah, he does.
And I'm being straight up with y'all. It's not, oh wow, Luther there. I don't like Luther, so this match sucks. No, it ain't that. Serpentico wrestles different.
He's performing better. It's
completely different. Yes. Ortiz, you know Ortiz gonna win. But Serpentico, man, he pulled me in. He wrestles. He gets his, you know, he's not a flippy flop, but he can be all over the place. Not in a bad way. On that term, all over the place, that's a term Cedra innovated, okay? That's what she did for Plush, for CR Fire Pro, developing the tabletop game. She would, Plush is like all over the place, so it's not flippy flop, but she doesn't give you a break.
Yeah.
She's leaping on you or punching you or kicking you. It's all, you just don't get a break.
You don't get a breather.
There's no breathing room. There's nothing. Serpentico is kind of like that at points. He thought he was doing a lot of damage, as CJ was saying, and then he was all like, yeah, look how strong I am, and I got Ortiz. And Ortiz did good in the beginning because he was, you know, he got hit, and he's waving Serpentico away like, get off me, you know, trying to, you know, recover and stuff. It looks like a struggle. He did great. That's what you need in wrestling. You know, not pap, I get hit, next move. No. Thank you, sir. May I have another? No. So he does great. You know, we know Ortiz is a professional. You know, we got that down. Serpentico, he's a professional. He's little, but he's worth his salt.
He's a little professional.
Yes. And so Serpentico eventually, you know, he takes a chop. Ortiz quiets the crowd, chops him. Serpentico, he can't, because he's wearing a mask, I guess his gimmick is he's not going to talk. So he's like, and the crowd is like, whoa. You can hear it. It was a collective, oh, whoa, they got worried. You could hear it. And he's like, you know, hyping himself up and stuff in the crowd. Even I was kind of like, oh, what's up? What's he finna do? And he rolls up and he chops Ortiz. And it's loud and the crowd reacts to it. But see, like he chopped him across his face.
It did like he chopped across his face.
Because I'm not Ortiz, but Serpentico, when he chopped, he comes up high and then low. So his hand, it's the blur effect, and then like he goes towards the face. Y'all can look back and watch. It's like he's popping right in the face. If you blink at that right moment, it's like Ortiz got chopped right in the damn face. So I see where she got it from. But they keep wrestling. They fight. Serpentico keeps trying to make his comeback. Ultimately, he gets caught. You get a high angle power bomb. Has stacked up high. 1, 2, 3. Ortiz wins. Serpentico bows out. And then Ortiz decides, you know, let me go ahead and, you know, do the last half of the Macarena. You know, put the hands behind the head and swivel the hips. You know, basically a Ravishing Rick Rude thing. So, kind of, I guess Rude started that. But, look, I want to say one thing before getting to the next match, which is going to be a long match, I assume.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Ortiz versus Jericho, hair versus hair. Jericho is the person that complained to WWE staffing to not get hit in the face because he has to go into it Fozzy and he has to look good. This is that guy. Do you really? And look, the hair that was cut before, that Ortiz cut, that is the hair that when you lay Jericho's hair down, you don't miss it. And it might not even really been his hair. We don't know. Still, Jericho, the king of vain, the guy that's the Rock concert, yeah, no. He's not losing that match. And if he does somehow lose, he ain't getting his hair cut. And if he does get his hair cut, it'll be like shoulder length. And he'll be like, oh, I got my hair cut. He'll be embarrassed. And his hair will grow back inside of 3 weeks. That's really how that's going to go. That's if he does lose. Ortiz, if he loses and he gets his hair shaved, do you know what happens? He looks like a badass. He looks like a badass. So Ortiz losing the match wins the career. Just saying. So you know how that match is gonna go. Jericho's gonna win. So let's get to this next match. So let's roll. Okay, everyone. Look, next match is Toni Storm versus Zeta Zhang. And look, going into this, just seeing that it's Toni Storm, I'm like, this is gonna be a long match. Toni Storm has not gotten off the garbage can lid for me. That's the problem. Zeta Zhang, she looked flawless. I couldn't see any hiccups or anything silly, bad, dumb. This is my second sighting of Zeta, so I mean, this is what it is. Maybe she just hasn't had enough matches to see anything terrible. I don't know, and that's a bad thing to say, But right now, Zeta Zhang, she's batting 1,000. I haven't seen anything weird or crazy out of her yet. I haven't seen her botch a move, not even the simplest moves. Toni Storm and the referee, this is where AEW messes up, because right here could have been a good controversial ending, and because of the way that they do things, you can't, it exposes how can I say, non-competition AEW actually is. This exposes it. The botch is on two people, Tony and the ref. So look, the match is a back and forth match. It's a good match.
It is.
It's wrestling. I mean, this is just Toni Storm and Zeta, great wrestling the whole time. Okay? And even I said it, I think after the first third of this match, I said, I got to get out of my stupid shit. Because I'm just looking at Toni Storm and all that she's done, and I'm like, I don't expect anything good out of this. This is just terrible. That's where my head was, and I shouldn't be that way. So I'm like, right now, instantaneous evolution, going to be better. So that's what I did. And this match was good. Back and forth, arm drags, takedowns, forearm shots. I didn't like the strike exchange, but so much because I don't like the waiting for it. When you got to wait 2 seconds, that's 2 seconds too long, really. Once they get hit and they're reeling, they should be on the comeback, and you should be ready to, defend against or just get popped or whatnot. A strike exchange, if anything, should be a temporary shoot, okay? It's just very temporary, maybe 3 or 4 blows in, and then get back into the business. But ultimately, Toni Storm hit what I like the name of the move, Storm Zero, that short hopping pile driver. And I gotta say thank you, Toni Storm and AEW, for this. A pile driver that gets a win.
Yeah, that's true. Because she puts it on and she sets up and does the move. She don't wait excessively. She don't milk it. At least she didn't in this match.
Yes. And then comes the part where it's horrible. This is the botch, everybody. Toni Storm gets the pile driver, covers, lays back for the 1, 2, 3, and her shoulders are on the mat as well. That should have been, if anything, a draw. Mm-hmm. The ref should have counted, got up, and put Tony's arm down and been like, this match is a draw. Mm-hmm. That's why the ref shouldn't be in on certain finishes or anything, and just be a referee. A referee shouldn't be a feature. That's my gripe. That's why if I ran a wrestling promo and they did some crap like this, and I'd be like, ref, you need to get back out there and tell us that match is a draw. And then point out to later on behind the scenes, hey, you, the one that should have won, this is why you had a draw or you lost. Because she's got her shoulders down. If Zeta just inched the shoulder blade up, Tony would have lost. That's why you don't do that. Mm-hmm. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Because this right here, this match should have been a draw. Toni Storm should have been like, what? And that right there that could have started something to talk about on Dynamite. Something like that. Or in general. And be like, hey, Tony, ring veteran, the one that's going over. Why you screw up like this? And that goes on her mental record for the rest of her life if she even has a thought to care about it. But outside of that end botch, it was good. This match was a good match.
Yeah,
Toni Storm can wrestle. She got her thing down. It's just that was dumb. She don't need to ever do that again. I couldn't be in charge.
If somebody told her.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but they ain't gonna tell her anything. They're not. You know, I've learned something about Tony Khan, and that Tony Khan don't learn. I've learned that Tony Khan don't learn. So, you know, you can ask MJF about that. In any case, people are like, oh my God, worst podcast ever. That's what they're gonna say now. It's like they're picking on Tony Khan. So, you know, I don't know. Y'all don't care good. Y'all don't care about Tony Khan good, you know. Oh, this should be the main event. Let's get to that. All right, everybody, it's main event time here. We got the Dark Order's 10, John Silver and Alex Reynolds versus the Acclaimed, Max Caster, and the Gun Club. So, look, in short, perfect match.
Yeah.
Dark Order, when they get on the roll, okay?
It's like a well-oiled machine, man.
Yes, their combination moves are just straight up marvelous.
They're not tripping over each other, not getting each other's way.
I love it. Now, look, when Max Caster came out, he put all their business in the street, but I don't know how true any of it is.
Yeah.
But, you know, he said what he said, and the aesthetics look that way, but that don't make it true. You know, yeah, Stu Grayson is gone, but the reason why he's gone, I don't know. I don't stalk that stuff. I don't care. He's not there. Wrestlers go from one company to another. It's business. Their goal is to wrestle, make money, provide for themselves and or them and their families. It's business. You know, it's a capitalist society. It's business. They do what they do, how they do it, why they want to do it. Dark Order isn't going anywhere. They're not. They should, but they don't promote themselves. And going on how things have always gone with MJF, you're not going anywhere. Just think about that. And a lot of you might get upset with me using MJF, but when you got someone that knows how to not only put on a match, but steer the match in the right direction, get the crowd behind you, put asses in seats, always be that thing that everybody wants to see, that back in the day, that would be your main event guy. That used to be your main event guy. But instead, he gets the better draw. He gets all of these acclaimed. He can do all of this other stuff. And yet, every time there's a pay-per-view, whenever they got to settle anything, they made sure the MJF matches were first. Because they know that you're not going to remember so much the first match, but you remember maybe the near last and then the main event. And that's what they've been doing consistently with MJF.
Especially after 4 hours.
Yes, you're not going to remember that, you know. But those that respect wrestling, if they want to compare one match to another, they're not one match was going to outdo MJF's, and he got scrubbed. He got jobbed out at Double or Nothing, but he had yet one of the better matches on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all think about that.
He had earned that scrubbing.
Yes, he earned it. So you got Dark Order. They can do their thing. John Silver, I see him as the leader, not Evil Uno. You know, I see John Silver as he should be the mouthpiece. He should be talking it up. He should be putting them on the map. But even if he did, they would open the show.
Mm-hmm.
He could do something. They're baby faces, so that means someone has to go after them. Now, you got Max Caster, you've got the Gun Club. This match was really good. Back and forth. Everyone did what they're supposed to do. The only tiny hiccup was at the opening, and that was an arm drag by John Silver where the arm slipped off. It won't sweat, just a slip at the time.
Just happened.
Yeah, it just happens. But it still looked all right. No problems. But after that, it was just smooth sailing. You know, I mean, the waters were so still, you think it was just blue concrete. It was smooth.
That's smooth.
That's smooth. All right. You know, the gun club, they know they were taught by their father on not only how to look good and strong and just get it done and scrub someone out, but also how to make themselves look foolish to make their opponents look that much better and yet be entertained by them beating themselves up. You got the perfect package in this match. This is great. Both teams showed up. Short match, didn't go long like it needs to be. Short matches are always the better ones. And then at the end, what happened? Reynolds got hit in the face with the crutch. 1, 2, 3. Dark Order loses. It shows, hey, look, Max Caster, Gun Club, are they over? Yes. But we're heels. So right now they're cool heels. And when they hit him with the crutch, the crowd wasn't happy, but the crowd was torn.
Yeah.
It was like, boo, it's kind of all right. So those are some cool heels.
They're very likable heels. So, yeah, it puts the crowd in an awkward position.
Yes. And when you have a cool heel, that means those are your good heels. You need to boost them up. This right here could have been in the mid-card part on Dynamite or main event on Rampage with this kind of ending. We got to have some kind of things, some singles matches or something leading down the road to get back at each other. Have matches at first trying to outdo each other. It goes 50-50 with everybody in there. You know, work it. Build it to a main event. Settle it. But they're not going to do that. You know, it might not be absolute lightning in the bottle, but you got some sparks going, and they just pour water over it.
Capitalize on it.
They're never going to do it. This match was good. These teams, they work well together. I think they need to wrestle each other probably once a month, maybe twice a month. I think that's what they should do. And get to the point where these teams are just doing their thing in that ring. So whenever they ever meet up later in the future, they ain't got to do much. They just go in and get it done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they ain't got to plan anything out. They just go in and get it done. But that was the main event. And it was a good one. The heels win, everybody. The heels win. So look, it's been
victorious.
Huh?
The Ass Boys are victorious.
Yes, the Ash Boys. I enjoy AEW Dark. I like it. So remember, this is also on Spreaker. Please listen to us on Spreaker as well. All right? Let us know which you prefer, YouTube or Spreaker. I think Spreaker is better, more user-friendly. And if so, I could upload this to Spreaker and then it'll post to YouTube. My honest, I'm just going to expose it right here. My fear is that people see the Spreaker thing on YouTube and be like, what's this? So I try to use some kind of animated background of some sort, some type. And maybe y'all like that or something, or you do what you do and listen. You know, go do something else and listen or whatnot. But I just, you know, Spreaker, a lot of people go into that because it's more user-friendly. There are ads, like I think it's 2 ad rolls, 15 seconds, 5 to 15 seconds each or so. I never know which one they're going to play because I don't know how to activate it like that, but I got it up there. And people want to make money. It's a capitalist society. It's a capitalist world, to be honest with you. People want to make monies, and Spreaker is a good place. Easy setup, easy upload, easy fixing everything. The tags are, one-word shots to put up there. So listen to us on Spreaker more so than YouTube. I personally recommend. And let us know which one you prefer. So with that, this has been Cedric and Cedric for CRS and Commentary. Our thoughts on AEW Dark. on June June 7th, 2022. I'm going to stop putting the date in because I have to force myself to say the date. But with that, y'all take care. Be safe. See you next time.